How to get out of a bad mood fast. Bad moods feel bad. Why would you want to stay in it? You need to have a game plan to get out of a bad mood, because bad moods happen. They happen to everybody. They happen to me. They happen to the happiest people that you see. You don't know about it because we don't shout from the mountaintops, I'm in a bad mood. But it happens to everybody. You need to have a game plan, and I'm going to give you many things today that you can do immediately to lift your spirits. But first, I want you to check and see if you're a subscriber of this channel. And if not, hit that subscribe button and the bell so you'll know when we drop videos like this to help you live a happier life with fewer bad moods.
GILD Coaching. More success, less stress.
Nobody likes being in a bad mood. I don't want you to be in a bad mood. You certainly don't want to be around me when I'm in one. Bad moods bring other people down. Why? Because we have low energy, and that low energy is strong, and we pull other people down with us. So improve your mood and you'll improve everything around you. I want you to check out the video description. There are lots of tools there for you, little freebies that we have. We're always giving things away to you, and I want you to check out the emotional progression scale specifically. You can download all the downloads that you want, but check out the emotional progression scale, because that will help you understand the feelings that you're feeling, and understanding them helps you, first of all, to connect with what's going on, and connecting with what's going on helps you to reason out how to get out of the bad mood. So my very first go-to thing when I'm in a bad mood is gratitude. And if anybody is watching this and you've worked with me, you're probably like, I know, Dr. Jane, gratitude. Gratitude, just open up a journal. If you don't have a gratitude journal, get one, please. It's part of my 5-journal system. But the first thing that I think of when I'm in a bad mood is, I don't like this. And the second thing is, how do I get out of it? And the third thing is, of course, gratitude. I go and I open up my gratitude journal. I get my pen, and I don't keep my gratitude journal digitally because it just really feels good to write things out. It's the mechanical energy connection in your brain helps to speed up this process. I know from experience. So I'll just put a little bullet point and I'll say, I feel good today. Like, I have health today. Might be in a bad mood, but I have health. Sometimes I write, I'm grateful for this gratitude journal. I'm so happy and grateful for my family. I'm happy and grateful for my pets. I'm happy and grateful for the wonderful friends that I have. And I'll just go through. If you focus on things that bring you joy, things for which you are grateful, then your brain cannot stay in that bad mood because it's connecting with positive things. It might pull for a minute, but I mean, sometimes I'll just stream of consciousness gratitude, and I'll get 1 or 2 pages, literally a couple pages filled in my journal, and then I'll go back and say, there's a lot of good stuff. I'll just let that bad mood go behind me. Sometimes that's all that I need. But if your bad mood is really bad, terrible, horrible, there are some other things that you can do as well. But gratitude is definitely my staple. I want you to get up and go outside when you're in a bad mood, especially if it's a beautiful day. I even don't mind going outside if it's stormy or raining or whatever. I remember I was walking outside just a week or so ago, and it was just starting to sprinkle, and there were some workmen on my street taking care of some wiring, electrical wiring stuff for the whole neighborhood. And the guy said, "You're gonna get wet, you're gonna get wet, it's starting to rain." And he sounded very panicked, and I said, "I know, like, okay, it's okay to get a little bit wet. We might be sweet, but we're not made of sugar." So, just allow yourself that time outside. Being outside in nature is actually scientifically proven to improve your mood. It also helps to change one of the 3 things that I tell people to change when they've hit a slump or they're in a bad mood. One is your environment, like your physical environment where you are. So getting up and getting outside does that. Number 2 is your posture. If you're sitting, stand. If you're standing, sit. If you're lying down, sit up maybe, change your posture. And number 3 is change your heart rate, which means that you change your movement level. Exercise is a great way to get your energy up, to get your blood pumping. You can do yoga, you can walk. You don't even have to really get your heart rate up. Just change it a little bit if it's at resting. If you're just sitting still and it's at resting heart rate, get up and walk around, and you'll probably increase it by at least 20 points. All right. Another way to get out of a bad mood fast is to do what I like to call pattern interrupts. Surprise yourself. Do something that you've never done. And one of my favorite ways to do it. So a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to do a pattern interrupt. Instead of going to this place to eat lunch, I'm going to go to this place that I rarely go to. Okay, it's a little bit of a pattern. I'd say that that's just kind of like a pattern bump because it's within your realm of knowledge. What I love to do is go to Google and type, what are fun things to do in my area? And Google will geo-target, and it'll give you things that you don't do regularly. So you need to seek something that's outside of your regular patterns to do a pattern interrupt. When you do a pattern interrupt, it throws your brain off kilter, and in a good way. And it surprises your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind doesn't already have patterns to deal with whatever you're doing. So if there's a river in your area and you've never gone to stand-up paddleboard and you're like, I'm going to go figure this out. The first time on one of those things, it's interesting, So you just have to find something that's not within your current pattern base. Because if you have done it before, your subconscious mind's going to look through all the files in there and say, oh yeah, we've done this before. We know how to do this. And that's why I say it's more of a pattern bump than a pattern interrupt. All right. And the last tip that I have for you today, the last solution to get out of a bad mood fast, is to be around people who bring you joy, or any people. If you say, I don't have anyone around me that brings me joy, I don't have any friends, I don't have any family, I am utterly alone in this universe, get out somewhere where people are and interact with them in any way. Physical touch is very healing. I remember when I was in my 20s, I'd moved around a lot. I was a journalist and traveled, but also lived in different places where I literally didn't know anyone, large towns, large cities. And I, at just a routine doctor's visit, my doctor said, well, how are you feeling? And I said, I'm feeling a little sad because I don't really have friends here yet. And I miss my family and this and that and the other. And she said, well, I have a prescription for you. And I was like, oh gosh, no, no, please no. Don't give me a solution in the form of a pill. And she just outstretched her arms to me. And I said, what? And she said, you just need a hug. She said, I have kids and I get it. And you haven't seen your mom in a while and you haven't seen your grandparents in a while. And she asked me if I'd hug her for me. And I got to tell you, it was wonderful. It was so sweet. The heart for service that this doctor had to think of just this very simple, magical medicine of physical touch was beautiful. So if you can get out there and interact with people and have any physical touch, then that is scientifically proven to increase the distribution of feel-good hormones. So you are chemically altering yourself through a very magical, natural medicine. These are several simple ways to get out of a bad mood fast. I really hope that this video has served you well. If it has, give me a thumbs up. And again, if you're not a subscriber, you didn't do it the first time I asked a little while ago, hit that subscribe button and the bell so you know the next time we drop a video to help you live a happier, more connected, successful life.